Could Cole Harbour's own Sidney Crosby finish out his NHL career going on cup runs with the Montreal Canadiens? I guess we'll have to wait and see. According to Darren Dreger, there's a possibility that depending on how this season goes, the Pittsburgh Penguins might be willing to separate their big three of Crosby, Malkin, and Letang. There was also rumors before Jim Rutherford stepped down that he had a trade in the works for Chris Letang, but the rest of the management team or ownership or whoever did not want it to go through, caused some tension. Jim Rutherford steps down. So now they're looking for a new GM. Very interesting things happening over in Pennsylvania there, but the topic is Crosby to Montreal. Could you imagine? I don't know how anyone could say no to bringing in the player of the caliber of Sidney Crosby. He may be 34 years old, but just last season, he played at a 1.15 points per game average. The season prior to that, in 2018-19, 1.27 points per game. He had 100 points, I think, in 71 games. He's an absolute beast out there. We know what he is. An elite level grinder, one of the best in the history of the game. 3 Stanley Cups, World Junior Gold, Olympic medal gold, World Cup gold, World Championships. He's done it all. Hart trophies, Art Ross trophies. The list is endless. And not only that, he's a good old Scotian boy. I would absolutely welcome the fact to have Crosby, who was a massive Habs fan growing up, join our team with the likes of Weber and Corey Perry and Carey Price to go on some cup runs here and possibly win 1 or 2. But the thing is, it would take a huge package to get Sidney Crosby out of Pittsburgh, especially when they also have Evgeny Malkin there as a trade piece as well. To me personally, Sidney Crosby, and at least in the Penguins' eyes, they'll want him to retire as a lifetime Pittsburgh Penguin. So to get him out of there, it would take a huge package. Like I said, especially when instead the Penguins could trade a guy like Malkin and get a very similar return, because Malkin in his own is one of the best players of our generation here. So I don't know, throwing some ideas out there though. If the Penguins are willing to trade Crosby, is it Kotkaniemi in a first and Matthias Norlinder? Maybe that's not enough. Is it Danault a first and Evans and Jordan Harris? Could it be Danault a first and Cole Caulfield? Could it be Kotkaniemi a first and Cole Caulfield? I mean, the Habs would have the assets to pull this off. It's just a matter of, do they think bringing in Crosby at 34 years old with 4 years left on his deal at $8.7 million per season, is that going to make them a better team? Are they legitimately going to have those cup chances for those 4 years with Crosby? Or would the more responsible decision be to stick with all the young assets that you have and keep moving forward, keep seeing what they're made of? I like Montreal's depth right now, not only for this season, but especially moving forward with Nick Suzuki, Jesperi Kotkaniemi, and either Danault or Evans in that third C spot long term. And then there's still Ryan Poehling in the wings here waiting for his shot to show what he can do. But like I said, the Habs no doubt would have the assets to pull this off. But is it realistic? Could it actually happen? I don't know. One thing I will say, though, is just like the Pierre-Luc Dubois situation, I don't care if it's Sidney Crosby here coming back. I do not want to see Nick Suzuki going anywhere whatsoever. I would not want to see his name involved in something like this. And believe you me, I've just gushed about bringing Sidney Crosby into Montreal and seeing him in a Habs jersey. That would be a dream come true, seriously, but not at the expense of Nick Suzuki. And I think outside of him, and hopefully Romanov too, the Habs would still have enough to possibly get it done. But you know what? Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Is it possible? What would we have to give up? Or are the Pens just flat out not going to trade Sidney Crosby? Let me know what you think. Go Habs, go, baby.